Hi everybody, welcome to the War Room, and today on TableTop Anarchy we've got another little card game that we've got now. It's a PDF one that you've been sent.
It is, yeah.
And but this does exist, you can buy this one.
It does exist, yeah. Cutlass Board Games, we'll put a link in the bottom of the video, underneath the video.
Yeah.
It's $10 Australian, and like that's for the PDF version at the minute. Mm-hmm. And I don't know about you.
They want to do a full version, don't they, for this?
They are, yeah. Basically, they're doing a push now because they want to try and get it into retailers, and then they're doing a second Kickstarter run with a second edition. So yeah, they've sent us a copy to review. Yeah. And yeah, as you say, for $10 Australian, can't
argue with it.
We've had some really good.
We're gonna have a quick run through of it now. We're gonna have a bit of a play. And then we'll talk about it after.
Exactly.
We've had a couple. It's one of them games that suits us because it's a very tactical game.
It is, and we like to try and be sneaky, and we like to try and think we're clever.
Yeah.
The game we played just before to refresh ourselves, I did the sneakiest thing I think is possible in this game to win right in the very last card.
It was like when you know you're about to lose at chess or something like that, and you go, "Oh,
there's nothing I can do," and I just stood here smirking, going, "There's nothing you can do."
So we'll have a quick run through with it, and then we'll talk about it after. So if we it's a really quick game.
It is, yeah. It's really,
so
really
two
quick.
cards each to start, and then we rolled a dice before, didn't we? But
yeah,
there's one there.
Here we go.
Your odds, I'm evens.
Why am I always me?
You ask the question. So you start. So you draw a card.
Yeah, you draw a card.
And then you have to pick. So basically the idea is you build in, there's items from your castle.
Yeah, so the premise is basically we're two, at the minute this is the 2-player game that we're playing, but you can play more. So we are two lords building our castles on opposite hills, and we're trying to outdo each other, knock each other's castle down, and gain victory points to win.
So you draw a card and you've played your card, and you've played this one face down, and you'll see why in a bit.
Yeah, you can play them face down or face up. When they become face up, that's when they activate their special power on the bottom.
Okay, so I'm playing that one face down.
At the bottom of the card, not just on
the bottom of the card, yeah. Oh, see, I think... Oh. Right.
I have played this quite a bit more than Rich, so I'm quite confident with my moves.
I
haven't won very often. I think I've actually lost a lot more.
I won
than
the first game we played, didn't I?
Yeah.
The one where I always win the games where you guys are teaching me games and then absolutely suck at them when we play them.
And that is because, to anybody out there trying to teach their friends or anything board games, let them win the first game, they get hooked on that feeling and they come back.
Oh, I see. You're being sneaky with me, are you? Yeah.
Always. It's the same as if you demo in a game. Oh.
Okay, so that's your first one face up.
Yeah.
What does that one do?
That's the throne room. So I can turn any castle piece face up, and that loses its effect then.
So the effects are at the bottom of the card. So now when you turn this over, whatever you turn over, be it yours or mine, it has no effect.
Well, I'm not going to turn mine over, am I? Not if it cancels it. So I cancelled his watchtower, which
would
have allowed him to look at more cards.
It would allow me to turn up to 2 castle pieces face up. Yeah. So I could have either turned yours face up or mine, and then use its ability underneath as well. But now I can't because you can get.
And all the cards on the bottom, they've got their victory points of what they're worth, but they have to be face up. Any cards that are face down are worth 1.
Yeah, we'll show you that at the end when we're close to finishing. But that's.
But just in case you wondered what the numbers were for, that is the victory points if they're face up at the end of the game.
Okay.
Right.
And then there's one card in this deck that can pretty much win you or lose you the game.
It can, yeah. The Princess Spire.
Yeah. So if that gets destroyed, you lose the game.
Yeah.
And if you can have it face up at the end, it's worth 6 points, which is way more than any other card is worth. Yeah.
So I've played the Trebuchet, which is worth 0 points, but means I get to destroy one of his castle pieces. So I'll take that one.
Which was another trebuchet.
Which is another trebuchet.
I had sat waiting. I was playing my trick again where I have my trebuchet.
Yeah, Rich likes to collect all his stuff and then try and get a card like the Watchtower to allow him to turn over multiple cards of anybody's to attack.
Yeah. But you've ruined that for me.
I like to try and ruin that for him.
Oh. Okay. See, I had pretty much all 4 trebuchets last time, didn't I? But you stole one off me and then ruined me completely. With 1 trebuchet, I thought,
play my observatory.
Okay, so that allows you to look at face down castle piece.
Yeah, I get to look at one castle piece.
You don't have to turn it face up.
I don't
so
have to, but depending on what it is. I'm going to leave that one face down.
Now, I've played that and I can't for the life of me remember what that is now.
Actually, no, I'm going to turn it face up.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I'm going to turn it face up.
Oh,
it's the marketplace. So, exchange a card from your hand.
Well, who's that affect? Me or you? Well, I suppose we're just basically swapping a card.
Well,
so.
well, it's you. So.
Well, my 2 cards are identical, which I probably shouldn't have told you that because you now know what my other card is. But oh, again!
That'll be your go now, Rich.
You've done it to me again.
But there are a lot more cards to go through.
Yeah, there are a lot more cards to go through. Yeah.
There are a lot more cards to go through, yeah.
And that was me picking that time as well. It's like, I'm sure you forced a hand there or something.
So basically what's just happened is, again, I did the sneaky thing. Not as sneaky as last game, but I had the Princess Spire, and I chose to give it away, because although it's worth a lot of points, if it gets destroyed, he automatically loses.
Immediately lose the game, yeah.
So my only hope now is that through all these cards, whatever he plays, I can guess or play cards to find it and destroy it before the game's over.
So, I'm going to play the Wizard Tower.
Yep.
And that allows me to look at the top 3 cards of the deck and put them back in any order, which I thought had worked for me in the last game.
Well, it did, but you didn't know what I kept.
No, exactly. I then did screw myself over.
In the last game, I kept the Marketplace and the Princess Spire from the very beginning all the way up to the last 3 cards in the deck, just so that I could swap it with his card, give him the Princess Spire, so that then he wouldn't have as many cards to put down and I could try and destroy it, which I successfully did. Because it came down to the last 2 cards.
Oh, this could be a disaster.
Okay.
Exchange a card from your hand with that of any other card from another player. So I'm going to go, this one, and I'm going to give you this one.
Oh wow, thanks!
Are you surprised?
I am a bit, yeah. I was a bit.
I know, the only problem is when I was given those cards to look at and change them, I know what I've given you there, because I know what the 3rd card was, obviously. Which is a bit of a disaster, because I wanted that card, but I also wanted this one.
Right. Okay. Quick shuffle so he doesn't know. Of course, I don't know either.
So basically I've given Jack the Princess Spire back.
Yeah.
But I have a real problem.
Because I chose from 3 cards.
Yeah, and you've still got some there.
2.
So I draw this one.
Yeah. I mean, really...
I have absolutely shot myself in the foot.
Well, no, if I was you, I know what I would do. Obviously, I only know of 1 card that you have in your hand. Because it was the one that you swapped me for this Princess Spire.
Yeah. But I have a real problem.
Knowing that there are 3 cards in your hand and 2 in mine, I know what I would do personally.
Oh, I don't know. I'm absolutely stuffed here. The problem I've got is I know there's 1 trebuchet there and 1 there, so there are only 2 more left.
Yeah.
So I'm going to play Watchtower, which I can turn 2 pieces face up. Well, I'm only going to turn 1.
You don't want to turn any of mine? That's 2 of any bodies. You can turn 2 you can turn 1 of mine as well if you want.
I might as well, because I've got nothing going for me.
Yeah.
Because I know what's in my hand. So yeah, I'll just turn this one over.
Okay.
Which is another battlement, so I've turned over 2 battlements.
I'm going to take out your Wizard Tower.
Makes sense, because it's my highest point card.
Now it's your turn.
Turn a castle piece face down.
No. No, you do whatever you want. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to me. My go?
Yeah. I knew you were going because you had all the trebuchets. There's nothing I can do because I've now got turn up to 2 castle pieces face up. Well, I know one of them's a princess spy, but I'm not going to touch them because that gives you 6. Not that it matters.
I don't think it matters, no.
Well,
oh, actually, yeah, I don't know.
Because you've got a few zeros there, and I've got a battlement, so you've got nothing from there.
Yeah, there's no point.
Yeah, let's add them up. So basically, on the bottom of the card, there's a little point score at the bottom. If the card is face down, it is worth 1. If it's face up, it is worth whatever the score is at the bottom. So I have got 2, 4, 6, 8. I've got 11, and
I've got 8.
You've got 8.
1,
So even
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
So I didn't destroy a single piece of your castle. You've got the princess spire, and I still won. Oh,
yeah.
That worked out well in the end.
But what my plan was, you see, is you took the watchtower from me.
Yeah.
So my plan was to keep these 2 till the end. Play that face down. My last card
was to then turn it back the other way up. Yeah, that's I try and keep a watchtower.
But that would have given you a trebuchet. And you'd have had the last card.
Yeah, and I would have then destroyed it. And then
exactly.
That would have been it. Yeah.
So we'd have been in the same. I'd have been in the same boat.
I am gobsmacked of just 1 on points because I did not think I would. But then there you go.
Yeah.
Sometimes actually it doesn't.
Yeah. No. Exactly. Yeah. That's it. And I mean, you know, you use your trebuchets because they're worth 0 points, so you get through them. The battlements, if you have all 3 at the end of the game, are worth 3 points instead of 0.
Yeah.
But obviously, the second I saw that Rich had one down, that's it. Those battlements are gone now, unless you trade with it. You know, you use cards to attack each other. But
and I thought you taking out my wizard tower was quite a good idea, taking out my highest points one. But I had so many other ones that scored, even though I couldn't really do a lot with them at the end. Yeah. They actually ended up working quite well.
That was the thing. When you turned that over, I went, well, the last thing I want is for you to be able to turn over, because I wasn't sure about the trebuchets.
Yeah.
So, really, I should have left that to let you turn my Princess Spire over and not been able to do anything with it.
And not do anything with it. No,
yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
So,
no, it's a cracking game. It's really good fun.
It is,
it's very quick. It's a little bit of fun. I know we've done quite a lot of card games recently, but this one's one of the quicker ones, isn't it?
It is, yeah. It's a very quick game. As I say, you've just watched us playing it then. We weren't rushing it.
I've played it twice. So,
we weren't over simplifying it either. We were just playing it normally like you do.
Yeah.
Obviously, there are times there are people where if you play something like this, they'll sit and and ah and try and outguess you and think. But for the most part,
I mean,
every game we've had, it's been really fast.
To a degree, it's a really small deck.
Yeah.
And I don't think there's too much you can go into that would make you... Like, you can play tactically, but you're not going to be sat ages waiting for somebody to play their turn, because you've not... It's limited enough that it makes the turns go quickly, but it's got enough of it where you can play tactically and we can have a bit of fun and go, ha, I'm going to get you, but really it's just a bit of fun, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly,
you just play it and, so it's 1 to you, 1 to me.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, at the minute, you've played 2 games, you've won 1, you've lost 1.
Yeah.
You know, and unfortunately we recorded the wrong game because I'd have loved to have had that sneaky play at the end, because it was I thought I'd done the same thing here. When I gave you that and I still had a trebuchet in my hand, I was like, I've got him. And then I went, there's another marketplace in that deck somewhere, and it might be in one of your cards or it might be in your hand, and then all of a sudden you played
the only thing of an advantage you could get is if you do know the deck. And I don't mean to a degree. I mean, you don't know what's face down, but you can have a rough idea of how many trebuchets there are, how many marketplaces there are. But still, it all relies on what you've placed face down, what you've got in your hand, what's still left in the deck. So no, it's good fun.
It is good fun. As I say, we've played it. I've played it a few times with a few different people. Everyone's enjoyed it, and once you play the first game, obviously you play the first game, and we normally play it face up, don't we? The first time,
so we know what we're doing,
and then that's it. So we've had that tester game. Then we've played twice since then.
Yeah.
And even like halfway through that tester game, everyone knows what's going on. It's that simple. Yeah. If you put a card face up, you read what it says. That's what you do, and you go. And then everyone's brain. You can see the brain start working, going, okay, so if I have this plus this, and the brain starts going then, and they start trying to figure things out and having a look. But
that's it.
As I say, it's a great little card game.
How much were you saying for this?
$10 Australian.
10?
10 Australian dollars. So that works out English pound what? £5-6? Something like that. Yeah, it's brilliant, and that's Cutlass Board Games.
Yeah.
Keep an eye out as well, because they have more games coming.
Mm-hmm.
This is getting a second print. Well, they're doing like a second edition.
Yeah.
He's got a graphic novel like a kind of a magazine about the whole world, and not a magazine. It is a novel about it all, and I've had a sneak peek of that as well, and it's really good. It's really interesting. Yeah, they've got more games coming as well, so definitely people to keep an eye on, guys.
One to look at then.
Yeah.
Oh, good. All right. Well, if you like that, give it a like, and then subscribe as well if you want to see more of these. And yeah, we'll see you soon. Thanks very much.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Ta-da.